Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Thomas Jefferson said, "If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done." Benjamin Franklin said, "Without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning." Basically, get off your duff, get to working, you've got dreams, you've got goals, you've got to do what it takes to get them. Like, subscribe, comment, show what your opinion is. Let me know if you like what you've seen. And I thank you for your support. Howdy, folks. I'm looking at a news article about a young lady by the name of Ellen Greenberg. She was 27 years old. And she died by stabbing. She died by 10 stabs to the front, 10 stabs to the back. And this was ruled as a suicide after the police department went to the pathologist and had a closed door session with them, because originally the pathologist ruled this as a homicide. Common sense says this should be a homicide. Even a dumb redneck like me would look at this scene and go, this is somebody killing her. But the Philadelphia police went in there and went, no, this needs to be ruled as a suicide. What in the world is going on with this? Seriously. Why was this allowed to happen? Now, an appeals court even said, oh no, even though none of this makes sense, we don't want there to be a new review. It had to go before the Pennsylvania Supreme Court for the family to finally get a review. They hired somebody to look into this, and a world famous pathologist, and they said this does not look like this woman self-harmed herself. So we're going to take a look at this. Now, January 26, 2011, Miss Greenberg went home after a blizzard hit in Philadelphia. It's Philadelphia. Of course there's going to be a blizzard. And she goes home, and then her boyfriend comes home to a door that's deadbolted. Took him an hour to get in. The police show up, and she's pronounced DOA at 6:40 p.m. Now, all of this is some weirdness. But the Philadelphia Medical Examiner's Office initially ruled it as homicide. Next day, Philadelphia Police Department differed with that conclusion, saying that the death of Ellen Greenberg has not been ruled a homicide. The investigators are considering the manner of death as suspicious at this time. Medical examiner then changed its conclusion, saying that it was a suicide in February of 2011. So, what are the police? Are the police just not wanting to investigate? Are they trying to pad their numbers because they don't have a lot of clues? The Philadelphia Inquirer released a front-page investigative report reviewing the suspicious circumstances surrounding her demise. Pittsburgh forensic pathologist Cyril H. Wecht, who challenged this, reviewed the case and is strongly suspicious. Stated he didn't know how they wrote this off as self-harm. Similarly, forensic scientist Henry Lee, who testified for the defense in the O.J. Simpson case, reviewed the case files and concluded number and types of wounds and bloodstain patterns observed are consistent with somebody having done her in. So her family has had to go to court. Now, some folks might be saying that I'm looking at this because it's controversial, but I'm seeing this as a issue with the justice system of the United States. End of story. I don't see this as any as necessarily, ooh, it's controversial. No, I'm looking at this as our justice system in this country has gotten so tainted that quite obvious somebody did this poor lady in, got listed as she self-harmed herself 20 times with a knife, 10 of which were in the back. Oh, and she had head wound. We don't need to continuously have a police department in any part of this nation that is not allowing criminals to go free because they refuse to do their job. This keeps happening. Ooh, well, this is a problem and this is a problem. Okay, no. Here's the problem. The problem is that criminals are getting away. Part of it is because we have a justice system that is so screwed up that they won't arrest people. It's so screwed up that when it goes to court, we're talking about things that have nothing to do with the case. Her parents deserve justice. They need to know what happened to their daughter. Now, I don't know if it was the boyfriend. I'm not saying that it was in any way, shape, or form. Don't think I am. But it would be pretty weird because there's a blizzard. She has to come home early for it, yet he went to the gym. Not to mention, why are the police not wanting this to happen? The pathologist quite obviously was wanting an investigation to happen, yet the police don't want an investigation to happen. We've got problems in this country when it comes to our policing. We've got problems in our country when it comes to justice. I don't care about skin color. I don't care about any political persuasion. I care about the fact that we have a situation where folks are getting harmed, whether it's in this manner or their property's getting stolen or whatever. Yet the police aren't doing anything about it. The court system isn't doing anything about it. And the prosecutors aren't doing anything about it. You tell me how justice is served by this being ruled that she decided to self-harm herself. And it doesn't. There is no justice that is served by this. And we need to look into this. This is not the America that our founders wanted. They wanted us to have justice because each individual is supposed to have freedom. This young lady lost her freedom, and it needs to be determined why that happened. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.